Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Whomst podcast. Take two. Take two. Because I was saying the date wrong and everything. It is August 28th, Monday. It is 4:30 a.m. I got off work early. I'm like, I got to do something productive, because people who works night, yeah, you know what I mean. It's like it's either you're the one who goes to sleep immediately and then you sleep all the way up until, like, say you get up and then you just stay up until you go to work. I can't do that. I have to stay up until like I get off usually at like 5 a.m. So I'll stay up until like 9 or 10. Then I go to sleep because then I sleep all the way up until it's time for me to get ready to go to work. So I have like this 4 hour gap, 4 to 5 hour gap to do something productive or try to watch a movie or something, right? Whatever. And then this is what I'm doing today, recording. Had some thoughts in my head, give it to y'all. Last week I was complaining about gas prices. I mean, nothing changed. It's still terrible. But I'm starting to use the Upside app again. I don't know if y'all have heard of that before. Link in the description. This isn't an ad. This is more for my own greed. This is what it is. I'm not getting paid for this, but if you haven't used Upside before, which is a gas discount app, basically, if you use my app, your first purchase of gas, you get 15%, not 15%, 15 cent plus whatever promo they are offering you on your first purchase using this app. I didn't like it when I first started using it because I thought it was immediate. Like, say if the original gas prices is $4.70, and it's suggesting you go to this one gas station because you can save 10 cents. I thought when I go to the gas station with this app, I thought I was gonna be paying $4.60 now, or whatever price I just said, minus 10, right? Whatever. I thought it was gonna be immediate, but no. You use the app. It memorizes your, that sounds bad, but it memorizes your debit card. It tells you use this specific debit card that you saved, so that I guess they teamed up whatever gas stations or whatever, so they'll look in their system and see that you actually purchased gas using that debit card with their app, and then they'll send you whatever amount of money that you saved. Like if you spent 30, I'm not finna do the math. They'll send you whatever you saved and they'll put it in the app, and you have a choice to either send it to your bank or use it as a gift card. I didn't like it at first, but now that I accepted the fact that I'm gonna pay the normal prices. I just been not thinking about it and just use the app and then kind of forget about it. So now I'm like 4 or 5 fill ups in, and I'm about $10 saved. So I'm just gonna wait for like a rainy day just in case I really need it, right? I'm gonna send it to my bank and use it as gas, emergency gas. That's what I'm gonna use it for. Cause it's definitely not, you're not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna be able to pay rent. It's like maybe in like 3 years. It's saving cents for like fucking 10 years, and finally I can pay rent with this from all the money I saved from gas. But anyway, Upside, use my link. You get 15 cents. It's not an ad, but it's, like I said, it's for me. Anyway, you know what I came to the conclusion for? At work, what I've noticed, I could be wrong. You can correct me. I think women are attracted to fart. All right. I know. Mature George. I know. Super mature. What am I, 12? Listen, look, what I mean by that is I'm like half joking, but I'm like half serious. I don't know if you played video games before, right? You heard of it's like the Call of Duty effect. All right. It's like the Call of Duty timing. It's called something. Either way, what happens in Call of Duty is you'll be sitting in a corner or something, you waiting for somebody to come through this door. You know everybody goes through this door, so you're just waiting, and you waiting. No matter how long you wait, nobody comes, but the moment you turn to look away, somebody comes through and shoots you. That's the Call of Duty effect. And that's the same way with work. Because look, because every time I go to work, how it's set up at work is, we kind of walk around for 10 hours. Yeah, 10 hours. So we walking for 10 miles a day, just scanning stuff and put it in boxes and just rinse and repeat for 10 hours, right? And how big the warehouse is, even though we got like 100 employees working at the same time, you can not see anybody for hours. So it can get real lonely because up until literally, I was gonna rant about it today, but they just changed it today that we can now listen to music. We can bring speakers and listen to music because they realize someone's gonna kill themselves in that lonely ass place. So they trying to uh put a safety net outside the building, like it's Japan, like trying to help us out, right? Do us a favor, but somebody's gonna ruin it. Watch. So we can't entertain up until like I said today. We couldn't entertain ourselves, listen to music, do nothing. So you just be alone for a long ass time, and you'll see nobody, right? And what I noticed is once I start having the bubble guts, I get the bubble guts, bruh, and I be alone. I'm like, so, I be tired. Have you ever been so tired, like your legs, like is numb, and you just like lose control of your asshole? That's what happens. Sometimes I can't even help it. It's like I'm 65 years old with a diaper on. I just let loose. I'll bend down, my back are cracking to just like. And I was like, I already committed, might as well. So I just let it all out. Make me feel better, right? I gotta walk still. I'm like 2 miles from my bathroom. I can't. So I gotta help myself as much as possible, right? And no matter what, I can out because I'll listen out, see if anybody moving the cart, see is anybody walking or nothing. I'll look the next 2 aisles. Nobody. Right? Now let loose. Right? Then all of a sudden, the baddest motherfucker, the baddest woman in the whole warehouse. Exaggerating a little bit, but you get it. Very attractive woman. It's always a very attractive woman. Just happen to turn into my aisle. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. I'm already fat and sweaty. Now I'm the dude that smell like fucking ass. God damn. It's like it happens about 80% of the time. All right. One time it was a guy, but I'm not finna bring that up. It breaks my theory. But I truly think a fucking just farting summons women. It's just, I don't know. They might complain about people being musty and stuff like that, but I think something about it brings them. You know how, like, remember old girl Cassie? I think her name was Cassie or something like that. Her milkshake bring all the boys to the yard. I think my my ass bring all the ladies to the. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I was like I said, I was gonna rant about like the music thing because I said that we can't listen to music before. Oh my god, what is she texting me about? Okay, I was gonna rant about it because I'm like, it don't make no sense. It makes no sense that we can't listen to music at this job because it's no heavy equipment in the sections that we work at, right? Like I get it if we was working next to like forklifts, like shit. And that even then that don't make sense as long as you like paying attention, right? Because my last job at Brookshire's, like shit, we listen to had headphones in all the time. We were on the fucking forklifts. So it's like as long as you paying attention, man. But in this place, no forklifts in our area, nothing, right? And they'll go up and down talking about, oh, we don't let people listen to AirPods or whatever because it's a safety concern, blah, 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 all this bullshit, right? But they hire deaf people. That's what I can never understand. Because they just basically they're just a embodiment of someone here having headphones in their ear permanently. Like some people just hard of hearing, but these people they have straight up can't hear shit deaf people. And I'm not saying don't hire them. I'm just saying it's kind of contradicting a little bit. It's like you can't say it's a safety concern when you have these people out there as well. And I know they can't help it, but look. I know. I know the rules, and I know how. Like I said, safety concerns. I get it. I've worked in safety in certain jobs. I get it. I do. It just, and some people do ruin it. Some people be blasting music or just completely oblivious to all their surroundings the moment they have something in their ear. I get that, but do your job and fire them. Like I don't know, bro. It's like because I feel like this speaker thing, even they just did it and they doing us a solid. I feel like someone is gonna ruin it. Someone is gonna ruin it for the rest of us because somebody blasting some ghetto ass motherfucker. Because just blasting, I don't know. The first thing I think of when I think of like ghetto music is like NBA YoungBoy. I bring him up a lot, but that is the first one I can think of that's like, what girl? Fuck you, texting the shit out of me. Damn. But anyway, I paused. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Talking about ranting about music. I'm done with that. I try to like look for something else to talk about. It's just I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't my mind is very simple lately. It's kind of on like survival mode, man. So I'm like I got like four things on my mind. That's kind of it. It's obviously the book, and then from you can tell from like the last two or three Whomst episode is mostly work. And then Starfield coming out, so I'm like trying to do that. Trying to wait until that comes out in like a week and a half. Trying to avoid spoilers, but I can't stay away from them. I can't stay away. Motherfuckers keep releasing shit, and it's like, oh, people complaining about it, talking about like, oh, it's not as big, it's not as gigantic as we hoped. Somebody complain. Look, somebody else playing. I know if you're not into games, I get it. But look, Starfield is this giant fucking space exploration game made by the people who made Skyrim, right? And these people, not the developers, but the gamers on Twitter, if you can call them that, they so particular about certain things. It's these very small things that don't fucking matter that it's infuriating. Like people complaining about frame rate, like that really matters. Man, as long as it doesn't jitter, that don't matter. People like, oh, it's not 60 frames per second, it's only 30. That don't even mean anything. What does that mean anymore for real? It's like unless you have a certain TV, that shit don't really matter. It's like you want this. You're looking for the issues that you're creating in your head. So it's like sometimes a game will just play better in 30. Like just how it is, man. And if you want it to be this unnecessary, this crazy high amount of frame rates, like you bought a PC for. You buy this couple $1,000 PC so that this one game can play smoother. Like, all right, and then you have to buy another fucking $500-$600 graphic. You have to buy all this extra shit. Whatever. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to that. But this dude on Twitter today, he shared this video of apparently Bethesda kind of promised like these I guess AI generated planets. All these planets like these crazy amount of planets, right? Kind of like No Man's Sky, but somebody posted, I guess they got early access to it somehow, of them complaining that they can't run across the whole planet. So what they did is they go from like wherever they spawn, right? And they run in this one direction, and eventually it's just an empty planet, right? It's like it's planets. It's like it's real life. It's like everything's not gonna be full. It's like Earth right now. It's like not every space, not every square inch is gonna have something. But these people complaining about that, these planets being empty. On top of this video, him running straight, right? into like this desert area, and he's running for literally 10 minutes to a point where there's an invisible wall. So they complaining that you can't run around a whole giant planet, right? They complain there's an invisible wall after 10 minutes of walking. It's like, that's a lot. That's plenty. So you want more. One, it didn't have much anyway. It didn't have anything in that 10-minute span. It wasn't no other buildings, it's just rocks. So why would you want it to go infinitely? No, well, not infinitely, but like, why would you want it to wrap? Why would you want it to, for you to be able to walk around a whole planet? It's gonna take more than a few minutes. Or whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm really. I don't know. I don't know. I know this part of the podcast is fucking nothing. It's just me ranting about. It's more because I feel for these developers, like indie developers and these big ones, because it's similar to like me. That's why I never wanted to do like become a chef or something. Like I can cook. I got the pay if I got the patience for it anyway. Like I can cook my ass off, but for me, same with like back when I did a little bit of IT when I was learning. Back when I was learning computer science back in college, I love computers. I love technology. I love breaking it down and all that good stuff and learning it. And that's why I was trying to get back into coding earlier, right? I need to get back into that, by the way. It's just customers. That's my biggest problem with a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff that I love, I don't want to get into it because the trying to please people fucking sucks sometimes, man. It's just people are never happy with shit. No matter how good it is, people are always going to find something to complain about. Just like I was saying about the graphics and so like that. Like at this point in 2023, with the amount of like indie developers and people making these great story driven games where the graphics doesn't have to be top notch. It doesn't have to be smooth frame rate and so like that. You can okay if you're anything into games, you go onto Twitter, you'll see people who praise games like Uncharted 2 or something like that because it's like, especially when it first came out, it was revolutionary when it came out. It's like because it was action oriented. You see these big blockbuster like scenes, fucking cars exploding, flying out of planes and skydiving and all this stuff, climbing on buildings. It was a spectacle. But if you look back at it now, yes, that's cool and all, but eventually, because people focusing so much on like graphics and stuff like that, sometimes the story gets dropped. Even with like Last of Us, great story, forever be known for a great story, but back when it first came out, them graphics like whoa. Then you look back at it now, kind of look like shit. Even the remaster, it looks like shit. But the one thing that lasts forever is the story. So I don't understand why people put so much effort into like talking about like frames per second or 4K and all this shit when it's gonna age. That part's gonna age like hell. That's why games like damn, why am I blanking on it? Undertale, made by Toby Fox. How did I remember the developer? That's how good it is. Because you can if I had to remember the person who created it, that mean I really had respect for the game. So Toby Fox made the game called Undertale. Like, damn, when did it come out? Because it came out when I was living in that apartment by myself. Damn, what was that? That was like, what, 10 years ago? Hold on, let me pause. Okay, it wasn't exactly 10 years. It was 8 years ago. It came out in 2015. Damn. Why that feel so long ago, though, back when I was living in that? It was the apartment I was living in when I was working at Walmart. The first time I was working at Walmart. The one I stayed in for like, for like 5 years. But yeah, the games that last forever, that stay critically acclaimed, is the ones that's like story driven or like or have legendary characters in it. Not so much the graphics, because graphics die eventually. That's why people still stick with fucking Mario and Zelda, even though the story, the story for Zelda actually is getting way better. Well, I say way better as if it was bad or something like that. But it's getting better as of now because they have like a whole universe that they kind of like creating with like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, which I believe is the first time they actually made a direct sequel. Like the other games, like Majora's Mask and Link in the Past, whatever. The ones from '64, right? They were sequels, but it's like wasn't directly. It was like, okay, we're starting out from when the last game ended. This is the first time they actually like did a direct sequel and they created a story and it's fucking decent. I don't know. I'm as I get older, even though my energy is fucking shit, it's always going to be the story. And going back to Starfield, yeah, it looks great. Skyrim looks great. It still looks good now, but it's definitely not when it first came out. It's compared to when it first came out. We had fresh eyes on what it looks like. And like, damn, shit. What's the one that just came out that I kind of wasted my money on? The rest of this podcast is going to be talking about games. Tekken 7. Right? So I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, when it first came out, I bought it on a PS4 and it looked amazing. It looked smooth as hell. I was like, this is the best looking fucking fire game ever. Right? And I played the shit out of it back when I had a PS4. And of course, Bill got in the way and I sold the PS4, blah, 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 relationships. Moving to Vegas. So I sold it and I got it again. Now that I got an Xbox, it could be the Xbox as well. But I bought Tekken 7 because Tekken 8 was about to come out. But I'm like, I mean, if it's the same, it don't really matter, right? So bought 7. It was on sale, and it looks like shit. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's just I got this conspiracy, man. I think just like have you ever uploaded a photo from like years ago? It was like on your old like flip phone or something like that. And when you first uploaded, it was like what, early 2000s on your computer. And yeah, it was low. What is it? MP, whatever. It was low graphics, but it looked good then. And like it wasn't all degraded. But as it can be the same computer, right? You can have the same folder. If you have a really old photo, I feel like the files just like degrade after a while. I have to do some research on it. Can digital files degrade like real pictures? Just of course slower. Because I feel like that's what's happening with some of these games on, especially when they have access to like just being able to update the game. I feel like sometimes, you know how like Apple is getting sued for like their older phones basically self degrading after a few years. so they'll make you go buy a new one. Your 2008 iPhone just doesn't work for real anymore because it's the old version. So he'll kind of trick you to like go buy a new phone, hopefully a new iPhone. Even though the some of the upgrades past like 10, it's all the same. So it shouldn't age at this point, right? That's why they're getting sued. That's how I feel like with some of these games, right? They got new games coming out. Let's say what is it? Damn, what was it? Damn, why can't I think of the company? Bandai Namco. My conspiracy is it did look great. Tekken 7 did look great, and it looks good too, but I feel like some micro manual degrading of their game to make Tekken 8 look even better. Because I feel like looking at screenshots, right? Looking at screenshots of Tekken 7, and then I look at screenshots of Tekken 8. And yeah, it looks better, but it's like the same. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like they all tricking me. They tricking me. They messing with my head. Get out of my head. Yeah. But anyway, whatever. My point is, I feel bad for these developers because having to please a greedy monster that's never satisfied. But you gotta put on a smile. You can't say anything bad because people will fucking take their pitchforks and their torches, and you'll end up having a Battlefield. Was it a Battlefield 4? One of the Battlefields where where the developer, they had a woman as one of the main characters in the trailer, and the dude was like, "Deal with it." He was like, "Deal with it, or don't buy the game," and people didn't buy the game, because incel gamers don't like women in their games, right? All right, especially they war games, because women don't go to war. Stupid. But yeah, I ain't got nothing else, man. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I don't know why you did it. Hey, check this out, man. I'm trying to, because both podcasts are getting old, right? And I'm trying to like create something new, trying to figure out something. I'll love any feedback. You listen to other shows. What do you like about it? Who got similar formats as me? Just like this, like new semi news format, but more improv. Love to hear your feedback. You can text the show 725-999-2704. But right now, even with a couple of blurs, I'm trying to figure out a good format for the show. Because, yeah, both shows are very improv heavy, and trying to fix that. Trying to make it more, not so much structure, but like, you know what I mean. But in the future, we new location, new stuff. We'll go from there. Right. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening. This is the Whomst Podcast. See y'all when I upload again.